Hey there. What's happening, people? Welcome into the Ben Maynard Program. Thanks for being here. What's tonight? Tonight is Friday. That means it is Friday night. And yes, baby, for the first time in I don't know how long, we are live. So let's have some fun. What do you say? We are live tonight. Back, baby, by popular demand. Yeah, okay. Whatever, right? Let's see. Let me get this going right here. So, how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing splendid. Now, see, look, I told you all I was going to look a little bit better. I'd clean up for you. Yeah, look much better. I took a shower, I did my hair. It's not a great hair day, but nonetheless, I did my hair, shaved. Isn't that great? Changed, of course, changed my clothes. I have a clean shirt on. Well, I have clean clothes on. Yeah, I told you. See, but no matter what, I certainly look much better, but uh, it is what it is. All right. It's not going to get a whole lot better than this. And I have a feature that I could use. It's what I don't know, like it's called retouching or something like that. So I could filter myself a little bit if I wanted, but come on, really? I don't need to do that. Who does that? Do you guys, uh, uh, people on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram or just like pictures that they take? Do you notice that a lot of people use filters? I don't know why. Why is that? I mean, if you're going to take a video of yourself, just put it out there just like it is. Because let's say that you take a video of yourself or you take a picture of yourself and you're sending it to your I don't know, your loved one or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever it might be, whomever it might be. They know you don't look like that. And I remember going back. Boy, we are getting way off. We were just getting started. Um, I remember when I was single and I had my dating profile up on Bumble, and I'd go through and look at the all the other profiles and that kind of thing. So many women filters, filter. Oh my gosh, it's like, okay, it's an automatic swipe left, because if you can't show what you really look like, then I mean, come on. If you have to put a filter on, then maybe it's not worth looking at. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired. Anyway, so it's Friday night. We're live. Look, I like I said, I fixed up for you. I told you I would. And for those of you who aren't aware, I put out a video earlier, a TikTok video, letting everyone know that I would be live tonight. Didn't think it was going to happen. I honestly didn't think it was going to happen, but it did, and we're here, and it's you, and it's me. So let's have some fun. All right. I've got, my clean clothes. I've got my Malort for the Malort challenge. Yes, we'll have the Malort challenge later, along with my shot glass, my Mr. Spock shot glass. It's been sitting on the desk in the studio over here. I don't know if I don't know how long it's been sitting there, with a black bean in it, Bean Boozled jelly bean. And check this out. Look, it's stuck in the glass. I've got the glass turned upside down. It's stuck in the glass. It won't. I suppose I could take it out, but it's not coming out. So whatever residue is in the bottom of the glass, that bean is stuck to it, and whatever dust may have been floating around here in the studio, that's in that glass too. So what's the Malort challenge, you say? Well, if you call into the program, hang on, why is that? Why are my banners coming out? They're coming out the wrong color. Let's try something here. Style. Boom. Supposed to be blue. You don't see what I'm seeing, but yeah, it's supposed to be blue. Let's try this. And let's try that. Nah, not going to work. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It's making me mad. That's what I want there. But, yeah, the crawl across the bottom of the screen is black. My name is black, and usually it's blue. And I'm looking at the bottom of my computer screen, and it's blue, but it's not coming up. That's odd. So anyway, let's get back to the Malort challenge. If you call into the program tonight, there's the number right at the bottom of the screen. If you call in, then I have to take a shot of this wonderful tasting Malort. It is the worst tasting liquor ever. And then I have to obviously eat that bean at the bottom of the glass too. So that's what the Malort challenge is. So I've got my Malort. I've got, like I said, my clean clothes. Oh, and I've got my water here. Oh, hang on. Shake that up. My water with a little bit of caffeine in it, a little bit of flavor enhancer and some caffeine, a little pick-me-up. I had a long day, long day today. Why people are texting me? Why are people texting me? Oh, I see. I know. What am I doing here? That's not very professional, is it? But this is a live show. I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Thanks. Anyway, yeah, so I got my little caffeine for pick me up. It was a long day today. So let me ask you a question though, thinking about that. What do you guys think about like energy drinks and stuff like that? What's your thoughts? I know for me, I'm not a fan of like Monsters and Rock Stars and Red Bulls and those kind of things. There's a bazillion of them out there now too. I couldn't even tell you all the names. I'm not a fan of those because one, they're carbonated, and I'm not a big fan of carbonated drinks. I rarely drink sodas. And I'll have a root beer or a cream soda from time to time, but that's about it. But I'm not a soda drinker. I'm not a beer drinker. I don't like all that carbonation. It makes you bloated. And not only that, but in those Monsters and Rock Stars, there's so much, just so much crap in them. So I just got a simple flavor enhancer with some caffeine. Yeah, that usually helps out a little bit. I do like 5-hour energies. I do like those. Those are pretty good. But it's got however many milligrams of caffeine in them, but it's only 2 ounces. So you get some vitamins, you get a vitamin boost, you get a caffeine boost, and it's only 2 ounces. You're not having to drink 16 ounces of some carbonated junk. So anyway, I don't know. That's my feelings on energy drinks, So I don't know, yay or nay. Tell me, huh? Oh, you know what I should do? Hold on. Let me do this also. Let me open up the comments in case you guys want to comment. You can comment. You can call into the program. And if you comment on the, if you leave a comment, that doesn't get a drink of Malort. Sorry. Only for call-ins. And if my wife is out there somewhere and you call in, that's not counting. That's cheating. So there. So anyway. Oh, she just sent me she's telling me to wake up. What? I am awake. Gosh, take it easy on me. Yeah, Catherine's not here. That's I literally, when I said it's you and me, it's you and me. So, how's everybody doing? It's been a while since we've been live. So, I don't get to talk to you guys all that much. Oh, hi, Yvette. All right. That's a no. That's a nay on energy drinks. Good job. Good for you. Um, but it has been a while. But you know what? Primarily, it's been a while because we've been on a good run with guests, and that's been a ton of fun. That's been a ton of fun, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed those episodes if you've seen them or if you've heard them. If not, go back and give them a look, give them a listen, whatever it is. It really, really good stuff. And I think, let me see, I think that goes back. It started with Mick Heyman. That's right. Mick came on. He wrote a book called Mellow Your Money, and we talked about you know, markets and money and stuff that I don't really know much about, but Mick does, and he was great. He was great, and you know, just a good guy too. You know, we've if you come on, I'm stopping. If you come on this program, if you come on the Ben Maynard program, you know, I'm sorry, we're friends forever. So Mick and I, we stay in touch and check in with him, that kind of thing. And good stuff. If you want to buy the book, it's called Mellow Your Money by Mick Heyman. You can buy it on Amazon or wherever you get your books. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna plug. Okay. Got our first call. Hold on. All right, let me see. Did we get it? Yep. All right. Hello, who's calling? Wait. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. What's that?
Drink.
Drink. Thanks, Yvette. Yeah. You're obviously watching the podcast this evening because one, I hear me in the background too.
Yeah. I'm here with your beautiful wife.
Okay. That's great. Well, I will. As soon as we're done with this call, I will, because I'm trying to hold my phone up to the microphone so people can hear. And then you know, I can't do it all. I can't hold the phone, can't pour the Malort and all that good stuff. So I will when we get off the phone.
Okay.
How you doing?
We're doing good.
All right,
We're
great.
just watching you.
All right, well, have fun doing that. Okay, well, I'll talk to you soon, and I owe you a drink.
Okay.
All righty, bye. Oh, of course. Please, let's not make it one of those nights. So here's the Malort in the Mr. Spock shot glass, because a deal is a deal. It is. Okay. There's that. Down the hatch. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me see if I can. I'll just stick my finger in there. Why not? Oh, okay. Loosened it up. I didn't know if that bean was still going to be stuck at the bottom of the shot glass. Wow, that's bad. That is so bad. All right, here we go. Oh, that's bad. That is so bad. Okay, please be a good bean. Oh. I have to look at the box. I think it might be like skunk spray. Ooh. Oh, that's terrible. Ugh. Oh, that's bad. Why do I do that? Why do I do that to myself? Why? Oh, I don't know. I guess it's called engagement. It's called trying to get the audience to engage. Ugh. Oh, that's bad. Ugh. All right. So let's get back to our run of guests that we've had. So we started with Mick. Go out and buy his book, Mellow Your Money. Then I think the next week we had Randy Latzman. she was terrific. She was terrific. She wrote a book of poetry for mothers or expectant mothers, and she was wonderful. Her book's great. It's not a how-to book. It's a book of poetry, but it's sectioned just right. Like it's like there's 3 different sections in the book, and based on where your child is, male or female, then they, if they're in the beginning stages or, the early years, you can check out poems in that section, and then so on and so on up to like up through the teen years. And it's just like, it'll cover situations. So if you're feeling a certain way, you look up this poem and, might help you feel better. You may even get some advice out of it. Good stuff. She was fun. She was really good. So check her out. Check her book. It's called, what's it called? Doggone it. I should know this stuff. I mean, these people are my guests, right? Let me see. Let me see if I can find it here in the show log really quick. Don't be sorry, Yvette. It's okay. Let's see. Let's go back in the show log. I don't think I wrote the book. Nope. I didn't write the title of the book, but I do know her blog. Her website is survivingmomblog.com. survivingmomblog.com. And that's where the book is. So she was great. Then I think we had Spaz. We had Spaz and Shannon. You guys remember Shannon? Shannon is the host of Talking Rock Fan podcast, and I know we talked about our top 5 albums from 1985. That was good stuff. That was a lot of fun. Good conversation between the 3 of us, and I knew before we even hit record, I knew that our lists were going to be completely different from one another, and they were. And then, was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. Last week, we must have had a week off in between somewhere around here. We must have had a week off because I know it's been forever since we've been together. But was Chris Skates. Chris Skates was awesome. He was awesome. What'd you say there? Yvette? Oh, I can't see there. Yep, that's right. Latzman with a Z. That's it. But yeah, Chris Skates, so good. What a great storyteller. He's written 5 books too. 5 books. 4 of them are fiction based on real events. And he was on the podcast to talk about his one of his latest books, which is Moonshine Over Georgia, which is about it's based on his grandfather, who was a revenue agent for the state of Georgia. And exactly what it is, moonshine. Great stuff. And Chris, like I said, he's a great storyteller. He's got a great, just, how do I say this? I mean, just what an amazing life. What an amazing story. And then to cap it off, he battled and beat the rarest form of leukemia. 2% survival rate. 2%. And the doctor who cured him, who treated him, only had 1 patient survive. Now he has 2. And Chris goes through that. I'll tell you what, we could have run that episode for 4 hours easy. It just, so good. So you got to go back and check this stuff out if you haven't. Just good stuff. Anyways, let me take I've got to wash some of that stuff down. That's some nasty stuff. Ooh. Oh, dear Lord. Don't punish me anymore. So let's see here. How about if we start with this? Today is National E-Bike Day. Huh. National E-Bike Day. Okay. Anybody out there with an e-bike? Not me. I mean, I hear they're pretty cool and all, but I'm also just like really old school too. I get two bicycles in my garage, and yep, I'm just gonna get on them and pedal them. I figure I get better work that way, or more, or a better workout, I suppose. What else? Today's National Creativity Day, National Mint Julep Day. Now, wait a second. You would think that National Mint Julep Day would be closer to, or right around the Kentucky Derby, because isn't that like the drink of choice? Isn't that what everybody drinks at Churchill Downs? They have their big old floppy hats and they're drinking their mint juleps. Okay. Let's see. Then National Water a Flower Day. Now you would think, why? You would think that would be pretty much like every day or every other day, something like that. I don't know, but okay. Ah, thanks, Yvette. Wow, you must really feel guilty about making me drink the Malort. Now you're helping me out. Yvette just sent in the comments, from the heart of a mother. That is the name of the book from Randy Latzman. From the heart of a mother. Yeah, good stuff. And Randy was kind enough to read one of her poems out of there too. Yeah, it was really, really good stuff. Also, International Day of the Potato. Okay. I love potatoes. So I guess it could be, I see a picture. There's like purple ones, Yukons, red, russets, all good stuff. Love potatoes. All right. So what else do we have here? How about a little on this day in history? Okay. Well, let's see. Oh, how about if we start? We could really go back a ways, but let's just start right here. In 1909, American jazz musician and band leader Benny Goodman was born. He was known or dubbed the King of Swing. In 1911, this day in 1911, what is this day? Oh, May 30th. Yeah. The first Indianapolis 500 race was run in, of course, Indianapolis, Indiana. And it was won by Ray. I don't have my glasses. I put my glasses on here. Ray Haroon, I think that's how it's pronounced. Wow, he won it in a whopping 6 hours and 42 minutes. All right. Let's see. This day, May 30th in 1922, the Lincoln Memorial honoring President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president, and the virtues of tolerance, honesty, and constancy in the human spirit was dedicated in Washington, D.C. That was on May 30th, 1922. How about, let's see. How about this day in 1942? During World War II, the British Royal Air Force dispatched more than 1,000 bombers against Cologne, Germany. All right. And let's see. Let's finish up with this one here. May 30th, 2012. Charles Taylor, the former president of Liberia, was sentenced to 50 years in prison after being convicted of crimes against humanity and war crimes that were committed during Sierra Leone's civil war. Okay, good stuff, right? Right. I think we're good there. We are good there. So, enough of that. So what do we have coming up? What do we have coming up? Let's see. Nothing this week. Nothing this week. That's why we are live. So this is good stuff because we haven't done it in a while anyway. So this is fun. Just to sit here and gab. You guys come in and out because I see. Let's see. Working on a couple of things. We might have a guest next Saturday or next week, I should say, which I'll record it on Saturday morning. I need to change some stuff too. I think when you go on, I think wherever the podcast is on all the streaming platforms and stuff. Oh man, and I totally forgot all that stuff. Whatever. I didn't even do a proper introduction. Wow. I must really be tired. But I think the artwork says new episodes every Friday. Well, close to 2 years ago, that was the intention, was to have new episodes every Friday. And, it happens most of the time, but whenever pretty much, let's see, I would say better than 75% of the time, if there's a guest, I record on a Saturday. So I really need to change that and just have it, new episodes every week or something like that. But whatever. Nobody pays attention to it anyhow. They just tune in. That's it. All the hundreds of thousands of listeners and viewers. You guys are the best. The best. But yeah, I should change that artwork. Anyways, so we might have a guest next Saturday. Still waiting to confirm that. The following week, that's the week of that would be the 14th. Oh, no show. Won't have a show that week. We will be out of town that week. I might throw some TikTok videos in there just to stay in touch with you guys. But yeah, we've got our family camping trip that weekend. We're going from, I think, like the 12th to the 16th, I think, something like that. And so there won't be a show. But you know what? Use that as an opportunity to go back and listen to some of the old episodes. There's 92 episodes now. Tonight is 93. So use that to your advantage. You don't have to worry about trying to catch up with a new episode or anything like that whenever we have a dark week. But yeah, go do that. There's plenty of good stuff out there. And I try to let you guys know whenever there won't be a new show. I've done it a few times where I'll throw out a past episode and say, hey, check this one out, check that one out, so on and so on. Just so you guys, it reminds you of, past episodes. And if you haven't seen them or heard them, go back and check them out. Good stuff. It's always good stuff. Come on. I bring you solid content. Okay. I may not have the best delivery, may not have the best production, the greatest sound, anything like that, but I give you quality content. All right. Let's see. But I know, okay, so maybe a guest next week, waiting for confirmation. If not, we'll probably do a Friday night live if we don't book a guest. And even if we do book a guest, depending on how the work week goes, who knows? We might be back here again next Friday night, just you and me, and then still have our guest on Saturday. We'll see. Then I spoke to somebody today about coming on the podcast, and we may do that the following week. So that would be, I think, the week of the 21st. Yeah, I think that would be the week of the 21st. So we may do that. Do it that week or even the week of the 28th. One of those 2 weeks. And that one's going to be fun too. It really is. I'm kind of lucky, kind of fortunate right now. I've had quite a few people reaching out to me wanting to come on the podcast. So it it affords me the opportunity to not have to write a show. that's for sure, especially with my work schedule, which has been absolutely bananas the last couple of weeks. But that's the way it is. What else is going on? Let's put these things on. Oh, next Saturday is going to be fun. Next Saturday is going to be so much fun. Saturday night, I should say. And I feel bad for Catherine. I'm going to see Angel. Okay. The band Angel. You guys know I love that band and they are so good. But Catherine and I were supposed to go see Angel together. And instead, I'm taking my buddy Spaz because Catherine's niece actually, wait a second here, as I think about it, Catherine's niece, Marina, she had a baby recently, and Catherine's going to travel out to Austin, Texas to go see her and the baby. She's going to go spend the weekend with them. So, but that reminds me, way back when in the beginning of this podcast, Marina was on the show. We did a surprise show. She was here visiting and we came up into studio and she wanted to check out the studio and check out the equipment. So we put on headphones and I just, turned everything on and we just went and we just talked. So another one, go back and look at it. Go back and watch it or go back and listen to it. Actually, I think if you go on the streaming services, the show is listed twice because it had the initial drop and then like I said, this was so early on in the podcast. And then Catherine started playing with something on Buzzsprout. And it ended up loading the episode a second time. So it's on there 2 times. So it doesn't matter which one you listen to, it's all the same. But so I'm taking my buddy Spaz. We're going to go see Angel and we're going to go meet the band and all that kind of good stuff. I am so fired up for this. It's going to be so much fun. Sorry, my love. Sorry you won't be there. But, that's your choice. Ha. I'll tell you what. I will tell the boys in Angel that you miss them, okay? I'll tell Punky and Frank especially. So, yeah. So that's what's kind of happening. Other than that, not a lot of stuff. Just kind of the usual stuff. Work. Oh, we're pouring. Well, we're not pouring. We are grading and forming, getting ready to pour a concrete slab tomorrow. That's right. Yeah. Gonna do that tomorrow morning. Yes. And it's starting to get warm here in Southern California. I think today was 90 plus. So it'll be about the same tomorrow. So if we get the forms up in good time, I'm going to jump in the pool. You know it, baby. Yes, I'm going to cool off. I may not wear anything. All right. I may just go in my birthday suit. How's that? Let's scare everyone. Yeah. All the children anyway. Cover your eyes, cover your ears, darling. Anyways, okay. I'm going to leave you with this. All right. Yeah, no, this is going to be kind of a quick one tonight. So I'm going to leave you with this. just recently, oh wait, hang on. Before I do that, let me put this on. Amazingly, if you're watching, well, of course you have to be watching because this is live and you can't be listening to it live. But amazingly, this thing still somewhat fits. I mean, I can button it. And those who will be listening to it at a later date, I'm putting on my my high school letterman's jacket. And there's a reason why I'm doing that. Recently, a classmate of mine and many others passed away. And her services were this past Tuesday. And I was, excuse me, I was unable to attend. I wanted to go. I was unable to attend. And I feel really bad about it. And the my former classmate, her name's Audrey Limon. And Audrey and I knew each other going all the way back to junior high school. So the 7th grade. And I won't lie. I won't lie to anybody. I'm not going to say that we were the best of friends, that we hung out all the time. None of that stuff happened. That's not the point. Many years later, after high school, you go to, I've been to every single one of my high school reunions. Okay. And I've been on the reunion committee for every single one of my high school reunions, except the 10th. So the very first one I wasn't a part of, but I was invited to be a part of the reunion committee, starting with our 20th. And I've been there every single one. We had a 20th, a 30th, a 35th, and then we had a 40th, and that was 2 years ago. And so Audrey was like, she headed up the committee, and nobody could plan a reunion like Audrey could. If it wasn't for Audrey, we would still have our reunions, of course, but I don't know if they would have been as big or as successful as they were. Audrey was a great great girl. She was a great person. She really was. But she did a fabulous job with all of the reunions. And I think they were so successful, not just because she headed up the reunion committee, but because she was flat out the taskmaster. She really was. I mean, she just would whip everybody into shape. And when she needed something done, she would, assign somebody a task and you better get it done. And, she was great at it. She was so good at it. And she was never, I guess for lack of a better word, she was never nasty about it. Nothing like that. Because we were all, high school classmates, and actually I was kind of like the outsider on the committee. The rest of the committee members, Leonard, Pam, Eddie, Joanne, and then of course there was Audrey, and then there was me. So I guess there was like 6 of us, something like that. But they were all really tight in high school. I was, like I said, I was kind of like the outsider, even though we all knew each other. And we were all friendly with one another. We all got along. There was never had any crosswords, nothing like that. Good stuff though. But Audrey passed away recently, like I said, and her services were on Tuesday. And I really, really wished that I could have been there. And I couldn't. So I wanted to, I just literally, I didn't plan for this. An hour before I came on, I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to pay tribute to Audrey. I'm going to even put my Letterman's jacket on. But I wanted to read something. This is right here for those of you watching, of course. This is my high school annual from my senior year of 1983 at Whittier High School. And I'm sure that most of the other high schools do it like this too. I can't say that they do it like this anymore, but this is what we used to have in the annuals. After your senior pictures, then there would be a few pages where all the seniors could write their the activities that they were involved in and their ambitions and all that. And I looked up Audrey's, and it's kind of apropos. But it says she was the Frosh social chairperson. She was on ASB council, tennis team, track team, class councils. She was JV and varsity cheerleader, and her ambition was to become a doctor, live in Bel Air, happy, have fun, never get married, and have lots of lovers. I read that. I never paid attention to it before. I mean, and I got a kick out of that. Well, I can't say for sure that Audrey didn't ever live in Bel Air. She may have, whether it was for 1 month, 1 year, 10 years. I don't know. Not sure. But she never got married, which is exactly what she said. I don't know that she had a lot of lovers, but if I had to guess, I would say she was spot on that one too. So, you know what? Good on you, Audrey. I just wanted to raise a glass to you tonight and say that you are going to be missed by many, many, many people. And I'm sure that this past Tuesday at your services, the church was packed. And it was probably like a high school reunion. I guarantee it. So to you, Audrey, fly, Cardinal, fly, and may you rest in peace. God bless you, Audrey. And that was good stuff. I'm not going to waste that. I'm not going to waste a toast on the Lord. Are you kidding me? So yeah, there you go. So let's just let's end it on that note. How about that? All right. As you guys know, this program is available wherever you get your podcasts. It's on all the streaming services, all the streaming platforms, whatever you want to call them. Okay. Just search the Ben Maynard Program. Boom, it's right there. Okay. Subscribe to it. Subscribe to it because anytime a new episode drops, you get notification. All right. However, which I didn't say in the beginning, I didn't go over any of this the beginning of the program. Boy, what's the matter with me? It's that 14-hour day. That's what it is. But if you can't resist this right here, and you're watching live on YouTube tonight because it is Friday Night Live, thank you so much for doing that. But you got to do something for me. You have to subscribe to the channel. Okay. Subscribe to the channel. Again, anytime there's a new episode, you get notification. Anytime we're going to stream live, as soon as we go live, boom, you get notification that we're live. So there's an opportunity for you to never, ever miss an episode. All right. Then you have to give me a thumbs up. See that right there? Thumbs up. All right. And then come on, you got to leave a comment. You have to do that, right? You have to leave a comment. And you have to tell 10,000 of your family and friends too. Yeah, that you have to do. If you don't do anything else, tell 10,000 of your family and friends about the Ben Maynard program. Okay. Last but not least, follow me on Instagram. Simply Ben Maynard Program, all one word. Or you can also now follow me on TikTok, which I am a lot more, I guess I'm a lot more active on TikTok. And really I'm more active on TikTok and Facebook. So you can follow me on TikTok, the Ben Maynard Program. All right. That's the handle, the channel, the account, the page, whatever you want to call it. All right. So with that, we're done. Yep. We're done. And you all can carry on with your Friday evenings. Thank you so much for being here. This is Friday Night Live. Yeah, that's right. Thanks again for being here. This is the Ben Maynard Program. Tell a friend.